So if you've been anywhere near the software space lately, you've probably realized something. The real game in agentic coding right now isn't just the models anymore. It's practically the harnesses. And that's where things are getting interesting because companies like Keza have already shown that even when people are using the exact same models, the results are not the same across different IDs and CLIs. You'll be using the same models, the same prompt, but different outputs. So that should tell you something. It's not just about what you're using, it's about how you're using it. And that's how is typically the harness. So now with that in mind, it was only a matter of time before the most popular harness out there, which is Claude Code, started getting some real competition. Because let's be honest, it's closed source, it's limited, and there are lots of things that people have been wanting to tweak and to customize and straight up fix for a very long time. So yeah, you probably already see where this is going, so I'm not going to drag it out. Now we have OpenClaude, and a couple of times I've made serious tutorials on them. You should go check them out, right? So I'm not even going to hype it blindly. People are already putting it head to head with Claude Code with the same prompts, same setups and everything. And Claude Code is honestly losing. Now, don't take my word for it, okay? Go look around YouTube, you see the comparisons yourselves. But here's the thing, right? In this video, I don't just want to show you what OpenClaude is. I want to give you something more useful. I'm going to show you how to actually install OpenClaude, and not just with one model, I mean with any model you want, whether local models, APIs, whatever setup you're currently running, right? So you're not locked out anymore. Now, let's just get into it, yeah? So the first thing you're going to do is you need to have Node installed along with as well. So I'll have these links along with any other link that I'll be showing today below the description, right? So you have to have Node installed and ban installed. Now once you have verified that they are installed, you just come onto this GitHub repo, which will be in the description as well, right? This is the official one for OpenClaude, right? So once you come in here like this, you could simply just download the code over here like this, or to make it simple for yourself, you just scroll to this part and just copy this code over here and straight up open your terminal or PowerShell or wherever you're using. Let me just open a new one over here like this and then paste this in here and simply click enter. Now I've already gone through this process, so I'm not going to do it again, right? So once you have that run correctly, you need to run OpenClaude straight up at this point. But in case if you run this like this and you run into an error like this with mine, right, it doesn't mean OpenClaude is not installed. You just need to run a couple of things in addition, which is this particular function. I'll have it linked in the description below as well, right? So once you paste this function in and just click enter and then type in OpenClaude again, it's going to start up OpenClaude successfully this time. So let's just give it a quick second to load. Right, so as you're seeing, it's fully boot up here like this. However, it's showing only an Anthropic model with a couple of models as well. When you do /provider, you can specify which other provider you want from this side, but I like to be more in control. And I want to show you one more thing though. So you could use any model of your choice. I think they had the benchmarks of it. Okay, here's it. So there's Gemini models, there's GPT, there's GitHub models, whatever model you can practically think of, right? Now what you do is you just copy. When you're on Windows or PowerShell, you can copy this environment link, or when you're on macOS, you can copy this and then specify these things as you please. Now if you're using local models like Ollama and other stuff, you need to have the base URL set to this, right? So I'm going to do the same with you guys. I'm going to start mine up with Ollama because I have a couple of models already installed in there. So I'm quickly going to close this up since we already have OpenClaude installed, right? And then simply just close PowerShell so we can start afresh. Now I'm going to copy this entire thing over here. That is practically what we ran before, so I'll have it in the description below so you can access it as well, right? And then just open PowerShell again like this. Now the only reason I'm doing this is because, well, paste anyway. The only reason I am doing this is because I've already set my Ollama model over here, the specific model I want to use, which is 3.5, and as well the local host, which is going to be the base in which Ollama is able to run inside OpenClaude. Now once I click enter over here, OpenClaude is going to boot up again, but this time with the Ollama identifications I had just done. So as you can see, the provider is Ollama with the 3.5 model that we had set, right? And the endpoint is also set correctly. As you are seeing, it says ready here. Now you can just simply type in anything at this point, and it's going to trigger the API, which is the local API that we have set up in Ollama. Right, now this is just for Ollama's sake. Now if you want to use Anthropic models like Opus 4.6, the method is practically the same. You just have to change those 2 lines of code to what you want to use it for. Right, now there's also Atomic Chart, there's Bedrock. I mean, practically the repo is constantly expanding, and it only makes sense because see, there's over 81 contributors, 95 actually, that are constantly adding to this repo every day. And you can see some of the updates were 4 hours ago and whatnot, right? So yeah, if you're looking to have a more diversified harness that is more powerful than some of the models out there, especially Claude Code itself, which is number one at this point, then you should definitely check out OpenClaude. And of course, while you're at it, do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and leave your comment in the comment section below. See you in the next one.